Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the wonderful world you are tuning in from. This is Jesse Brower coming at you live from the tuition-free School of Entrepreneurship show. And we have special guest Bubba Yap. He's the mayor of Tagbilaran City, Bohol, Philippines, on the show today. And I'm going to introduce him here in just a moment. But first, for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time on this show, I'm going to let you know what the purpose of and why I do this show. So it's really basically three reasons. Again, my name is Jesse Brower. This is the tuition-free School of Entrepreneurship show. And the purpose of this show is, number one, to inspire entrepreneurship around the world. When people see this show, I want them to hear something that sparks, plants a seed in their heart, that sparks a fire in their soul, that they can be an entrepreneur, that you can start building your own dreams and you don't need anybody else's permission. You can go to work creating a side hustle for yourself. You can go online and make money. You can create a brick and mortar business. You can do it. You don't need a special degree. You don't need a special calling from God. You don't need anybody's permission. You can be an entrepreneur. And it's something that I want to empower people around the world. But I have a special focus on the Philippines. The target audience of this show is the Philippines. By the end of my life, I want to have inspired hundreds of thousands of Filipinos to create their own businesses and become entrepreneurs. And I just think that's cool, and that's my mission. Number two, I like doing it. People have been telling me I have a radio voice for some time now, and that I should be doing something like this. So I'm having a ton of fun doing it. And number three, I get to surround myself with the experts like Bubba Yap and many others. And I just am a firm believer that who you surround yourself with is who you become. So it's a win-win for everybody. So with that, again, this is the tuition-free School of Entrepreneurship show. I've got special guest Bubba Yap. And with that, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, sir.
Thank you, Jesse. I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here, to be a guest in your program. Truly an honor and a privilege to be here. And as you mentioned earlier, my name is John Gisnel Babayap. Babayap is my nickname. And I am the mayor of Tagbilaran City, Bohol. Bohol is the province where the chocolate hills are. And you can see in your background, that's where the province of Bohol is. And Tagbilaran City is the only city in the entire province of Bohol. So we are the only city, we are the capital here in the province of Bohol. And I am now in my third and last term as city mayor of Tagbilaran City. And in our first term, we were hit with a 7.2 magnitude earthquake last 2013, just barely 100 days into our administration. And now we are facing this pandemic of COVID-19. But again, with our prayers, with the unification of the provincial government of Bohol and the city government of Tagbilaran, we believe in the leadership of our provincial government with our Governor Artiap, and also with the support of the Tagbilaranons, we will be able to overcome this pandemic of COVID-19. Yes. So again, thank you for the opportunity. Good day to everyone.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show. And you guys, I've prepared some questions for Mayor Bubba Yap. And is that how you prefer to be addressed, sir? Or do you prefer John? How do people call you normally?
Everybody calls me Bubba Yap here, Jess.
Okay, perfect. Great. I figured. So I've got some questions prepared for Bubba Yap because we want to understand his wisdom. We want to know what's going on in his brain because, guys, he's also a very successful entrepreneur. So, and he's a leader. So, we have the show today is leadership and entrepreneurship. So he's been able to really, kind of rise to the top with his leadership and in entrepreneurship. So we're going to find out why, what is his background, and so we can learn from him and go and apply those things in our lives as well. So the first question that I have lined out for you would be, personally, I've lived in Bohol for 3 years. So I've seen, I've visited one of your resorts, and I know that you're very much an entrepreneur. How did you get started in entrepreneurship?
Well, I started as an entrepreneur at a very young age. In fact, I believe that my life was designed to be an entrepreneur ever since from the start, especially that both my parents are entrepreneurs. And even I took up Bachelor of Science in Accountancy when I was in college to have the foundation to be an entrepreneur someday. But I was not able to take the board exams because I started at an early age when we started the business. My brother and I worked early. After graduation, we started working right away. And before I entered into politics, I was an entrepreneur. We started training at a very young age. Even in our summer vacations, we worked in our businesses. at the guidance of with the guidance of our parents. And now I am here into politics, but still with the mindset that I am still an entrepreneur. So it's basically for me, it's the same, Jess.
Absolutely. Okay, terrific. So, and you've got your resort, I guess, and that's the what's it called?
It's called Bohol Tropics Resort.
Bohol Tropics. Yeah, and I mean, what a success! I've been there. It's a beautiful place, and so that's entrepreneurship in action, clearly there. So, obviously, you're also a leader. We can see that you're the mayor of Tagbilaran City, the only city and the biggest, I guess, people group in Bohol, right? Or I don't know if you call it people group, but it's the biggest city in Bohol, or it's the only city in Bohol.
It's the only city in Bohol.
Only city in Bohol. Got it. And you're a leader. You've been able to be the mayor. People love you. How important is leadership when it comes to entrepreneurship, in your opinion? And what are some of the skills?
Basically what we are doing now is doing the business-like approach in leading our city, because we believe that without the money, without the funds, our projects and programs will never be realized. That is why we are doing the business-like approach with the collection of the taxes. In fact, we can see that our income grew 120% in just 6 years, 6 to 7 years. When I stepped in as city mayor last 2013, our annual budget was only 400 million pesos. But this year, our annual budget grew to 1.1 billion pesos. That is why we were able to give up more projects, more programs to the Tagbilaranons. With a business approach, with a business-like mindset, we were able to increase our income, we were able to increase our collections. And that is why, because of the income and the collection, we were able to give out the projects and the programs that the Tagbilaranons need. Just so we believe that the leadership we got from the training, from the being an entrepreneur at a very young age, basically helped me become a leader as the mayor of Tagbilaran City.
That's incredible. What's next for you? You said you're in the last term of you're going to be finishing up with being mayor. Do you have plans to continue in politics?
No, I plan to being an entrepreneur once again. So I miss being in business. I miss the business side. I miss being a private person. So maybe I'll just take time off from politics and become an entrepreneur, and maybe talk to you one day
Well,
about being
that's really,
partners
really
in
exciting.
entrepreneurs.
Oh, I'd love to partner with you on some really exciting projects, especially in Bohol. That sounds terrific. Um, what are some of the specific types of businesses that you see flourishing in Bohol, online and also offline? Physical businesses in 2020 and beyond, from your perspective there.
For 2020, Jess, I believe that business will never be the same. But I really believe with the resilience of the Boholanos, and I really believe that because of the beauty of Bohol, tourism will always come back here. Especially once tourism will come back, people will start coming into Bohol because we have the beautiful beaches, we have the chocolate hills, we have the Lobok River, we have the Tarsier. So basically, offline business in tourism will always be booming here in the province of Bohol. Now with online, especially now that people are getting through online business, especially with the food delivery, with the product delivery. So I believe that that is where online business will be in the next few years. As even as the local in Bohol here, they are now opening up with the delivery businesses here in the province of Bohol, Jess.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, online is just incredible, right? It's exploding. And everything is going e-commerce, even if it's for food. People are paying for it with digital currencies, or with their phone, so to speak. They've got Gcash, they've got Cash Pinoy, right? And then all the ads for it are on the internet. So we see, or what is it? Not Cash Pinoy. It's the coins.ph, right? So we see digital payments moving into the Philippines in a huge way. And we see, online advertising, even for food services and things like that. Now people are delivering, and, you have all these innovations when it comes to online businesses. And I think that's incredible. I'm interested to see how that progresses in Bohol. And I really want to encourage all of you guys who are watching this show, and look at some of the other episodes as well. Look at e-commerce, because you can do all of that stuff from your computer. I mean, it's incredible. And with like Charles C., the brother of Steve C. He's the innovator with Dropify, and he's bringing drop shipping to the common people everywhere in the Philippines. He's actually bringing drop shipping, so you guys, you can drop ship things, and you don't even have to have stocks. You're literally selling somebody else's things through your store on the internet. So it's incredible, with that. And but even just like I was talking about with the food, I can see how now, you need to be able to have a very strong presence on the internet when you're talking about food, and then being able to deliver it, and getting that out through the Facebook ads and the Instagram. And I would suggest, anybody watching this, get good with Facebook ads, get good with Instagram ads. It's not actually hard. You can do it through your phone, and you can get your message out really quickly. And ad cost is cheap in the Philippines, you guys. I mean, I'm getting 0.004 cents per view on like a 45-minute video when I push it out with ads. So it's incredible. And so you guys have an opportunity to really push your message out with paid advertisements, and you can have a very little budget and get a very far reach for whatever you're trying to sell or do. And Facebook is forever. Facebook is always going to be around. People talk about, well, maybe Facebook's going to fade out. It's not, because Mark Zuckerberg owns it, and he owns, Instagram, he owns WhatsApp. Facebook is forever, guys. So I would suggest get really good at social media marketing, and you can do that. Make your online business, and then as well as your offline business, your brick and mortar businesses as well. I mean, you can earn a ton on the internet. So that's just kind of what I wanted to throw in there. Now, what would you say? I always like to watch this. I always like to ask this specific question, Mr. Bubby Up, Mayor Bubby Up, to all my guests, because I want to see, what wisdom you can share with us. There's people watching right now that maybe they only have a cell phone, maybe they only have a 50 peso load, or maybe they don't even have that. But like, say they just have a cell phone and they have a load, and that's it. But they want to be an entrepreneur. What actions can they start taking today, in your opinion, to start rising up as an entrepreneur?
You can always start small, Jess, but think big. Even without the 50 peso load, even with just a cell phone with the free Wi-Fi everywhere, you can start your own website. You can start your own group, Facebook group. You can always ask your friends to help you with your business, and that is why even with just the phone, you can start your own group. Even with the barter group, you can be an agent. You can be an agent with any product. So that is why we believe that if you think big, you will be able to dream big. You will be able to achieve whatever you want. So basically, with just your phone, think that your phone is really powerful. You will be able to do anything, especially with the social media now: Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter. So all the connection is really there. So internet is going to be big. It is really big now, but it's going to get bigger.
Right.
Everybody has it already, and Philippines has more cell phones than people here, actually, Jess. So if you just ride the wave of technology, we will be able to come with new businesses here with just using the cell phone.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely, you guys. There's so much. I do more on my phone than I do at the computer. I do this show from the
True.
computer because it's kind of a platform, but realistically, I could be doing so much, running advertisements from the phone, creating groups from the phone, creating Facebook pages from the phone. You can be doing drop shipping and selling, and you could be selling food, whatever. It's all from the phone right now, and that's the way they've created it. So, guys, he's right. He's totally right on that. You can
Especially with
start.
the Facebook Live, Jess.
Absolutely. The Facebook Lives will get attention. And, one of the things to remember, guys, Bubba here, he's got a degree. He's gone through that. But here's the cool thing about entrepreneurship. Some guys have a degree. Some guys don't. Some guys, come from a family that has, some guys don't. Entrepreneurship is kind of the great equalizer, because you can actually do it without anybody's permission, without a special degree, without a special calling. It's like, you can just start hustling and make something. In other words, okay, here's an idea. What if your neighbor has a piece of furniture or an air conditioner that they want to sell, but they don't know how to use the phone? Maybe they're 65 years old and they don't even know how to go on the marketplace. Well, maybe you're 22 years old and you're on Facebook all the time. They want to sell the air conditioner. Okay, so how about you take pictures of it and you list it in the marketplace for a price, and you take your commission. You make a profit. You make a deal with that neighbor of yours. You can literally, a lot of people in America did that. When the Facebook marketplace started getting popular, they're now listing things for other people, because maybe you have the skill set that they don't have, and you can help bring their items into the digital world. So in other words, it's good to have a degree. It's good to go ahead and have resources in the beginning, but you don't have to have it. And that's why I say entrepreneurship is kind of the great equalizer. It's up to you what you want to create. And that's the purpose of this show, is to really inspire all people. If you're sitting on capital, use it. Don't money in the bank that's just sitting there. And it's like, that's kind of like a scam. The bank is making money on your money, but you're not making any money on it. Use that money in the bank to create a business and bring value and create jobs. Or if you don't have any capital and you're not sitting on capital, you don't have anything, then go start a hustle and build something. You don't necessarily need capital. You don't need capital to start a business. All you need is a mind that knows how to sell. You can sell your way out of pretty much anything, guys. If you know how to sell, you don't need capital. So, but the point being is that no matter what situation you're coming from, you have something, you have nothing. Entrepreneurship is an opportunity for all to come into there and start building your own dreams and create something. And that's what I love. You have people from all walks of life, all backgrounds, having money, not having money, creating something and providing value to the world. And that's one thing to remember, guys, is that at the end of the day, what is entrepreneurship? You're providing a service, you're providing a product to the world in exchange for money. And so you get to actually provide something of value to the world. And in the process, as you rise up, you get to create jobs, for people that would want a job. And until maybe they're ready to grow out of that and go and start their own business, right? So it's so great. It's so great. And with the pandemic and everything, guys, my view is that entrepreneurship is kind of the answer, because you've got a lot of people out of work, as in the United States, in the Philippines. It's the innovators, it's the entrepreneurs that are going to create something, and they're going to look and find the opportunities that's going to solve the problems of unemployment. And so I would just encourage you guys. I mean, it's like the pandemic is horrible. People have passed away. It's terrible. But guess what? There's also a massive opportunity that needs to be taken advantage of in a way. They're like online business. Okay, that's one thing. And then also there's just going to be your opportunities to create new businesses, as a result. Like, you're going to be serving people in the new normal. It's a new niche, right? And this thing will pass. It's not here forever. It's not here to stay. But at the same time, while we're in it, while we're dealing with it, find the opportunities and create a business out of it. Create a business out of it and help people in what they need. Maybe they need you to deliver food to their house. Maybe they need you to deliver groceries. I have a friend in the Cebu area, and he's literally now delivering groceries to people. And I mean, it's incredible what he's done. And he's taking orders and delivering, and he's created a business out of it. I mean, that's terrific. That is really an entrepreneur mindset. And you're helping people, though. You're not taking advantage of them. You're providing real value, and you're making money at the same time. And then you can make enough money to hire employees. And wow, now we're solving the problem. Okay, so entrepreneurship is great. Bubba, how important in your mind is mindset, faith, family values, and remaining humble as you rise to the top, in leadership and in entrepreneurship?
First, when we talk about mindset, Jess, I've always idolized Kobe Bryant because of his Mamba mentality. I believe that the mental toughness is more important than physical toughness, because it's all in the mind. Even if your body says no, and if your mind says keep going, then I believe that we should always be. I believe that everything will fall apart if you have the right mindset. So it is really important. If you think that you will be able to do it, then you can do it. And with faith, like every time, I always remind people to wash their hands. I remind people to do social or physical distancing. We remind people to do everything to keep COVID away. But we also still remind people to pray, because faith is really important. Nobody will be able to keep us away from COVID-19 except our God Almighty. So we just have to keep the faith. We just have to pray that everything will be back to normal. With family values, family is really important. Not only in our family in Tagbilaran, as the Tagbilaranons, I consider them as my family, but my family as well, with my wife, with my two kids. I consider them as my inspiration, especially with this time of crisis, especially that now we are staying home and we have more time within the family. I get to spend time with them more than before. So it is also really important, the three of them. And as you mentioned, how I rise to the top, I still believe that I am way, 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 way here below. the the top is really far from me. So I believe that with just the with just prayers, with just the faith that you mentioned, Jess, everything will be okay.
Well, and I love that about the Philippines. I'm so in love with the Philippines, and part of the reason why is because you guys have such strong faith in Jesus Christ. I mean, you really do. You believe in the one true God, and you're really. I mean, it's incredible. So I appreciate that, and you guys are bold about it. And a lot of you are Catholics, a lot of you guys are Protestants, but the bottom line is you guys are Christians. You believe
We
in
just have
God.
one God.
Yes. And I love that about the Philippines, and it's so rich, and people are more honest and loving, and it's incredible. So that's one of the reasons why I fell in love with the Philippines, having lived there and experienced the people and the attitude. People in the Philippines are happier than they are in America, you guys. I mean, it looks like on maybe TV and the movies everybody's really happy, but truth be told, the Philippines as a nation is just a happier nation. The people are just happier, and I think it has a ton to do with your faith and just the fact that you believe in God, and you're not
Especially here in Bohol, just with the Boholano hospitality, the way we celebrate fiestas. You
right.
should know, you've been here. You've lived here for 3 years. So
Yeah,
every time we have a fiesta here, it's really celebrating fiesta. It's really a big
absolutely.
celebration.
Yeah, absolutely. It's wonderful. And people get together, and well, it'll pass, you guys. Keep the faith, because it'll pass. You guys, the COVID is going to go away eventually, and then the fiestas will be back, and everybody will be able to gather, and it'll be wonderful. So just be patient. And in the meantime, let's look for ways to create online businesses and find niches where we can help people. Let's look for that, guys. And in Bohol, figure out ways to innovate, and don't get broke. There's no reason for it. There's so much money flowing around like a raging river. And when it comes to mindset, don't think like in a poverty mindset. Don't say, I can't afford it. Say, how can I afford it? Say, how can I afford it? Because if you do that, your brain is going to start working in the direction of like, okay, what do I need to do in order to make it happen? But if you always say, I can't afford it, then at the end of the day, you're not going to afford it because you don't even try. That stops right there. You say, I can't afford it, then it's done. But if you say, how can I afford it? It's just a different way of thinking. Now you're like, how can I go out and make something? How can I provide value? And how can I earn money, from different ways to be okay, and not just to be okay, but to thrive and to make generational wealth for your family and for yourself and to help a lot of people. Always think on that. And if you get a chance to read Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a terrific book. You can buy it on ebook and read and understand and learn. Reading is important, guys. And there's opportunities to listen to audiobooks now and to learn and understand, a lot to do with business, entrepreneurship, and mindset. And it's all there. And a lot of it you can get for free on YouTube. So as long as you have a little bit of load. But I just want to encourage you guys, especially the ones who are struggling right now. If you're watching this and you're struggling financially, especially because COVID, I know I'm in contact with a massage therapist, and I think he's around the Davao area, and he's been writing me, and I've been helping him, financially, because I feel bad for him because he has no work. But I've been trying to help him learn that he could literally do a massage course online, right? Because maybe now people aren't going to get a massage, but he's a massage therapist. So maybe he can show how to do a neck massage on a video, set up the camera with his phone. And then now he can show this online, and perhaps he can have a Facebook group, and maybe he can charge a couple hundred pesos for entry and give more detailed lessons, and he can innovate. So for those guys of you who are watching, maybe you're a massage therapist or you're in some of the field where you're really struggling right now because of COVID. Let me just tell you, go online and create something, because there's opportunities online, guys, right now. So I just want to encourage you with that. Look into drop shipping with Dropify.ph. Look into, actually creating like education, perhaps, like I said, with the massage therapy thing, show how to give a proper neck rub, and then put that in a Facebook group and charge 200 pesos for entry and have a video series. You guys can get really creative. And if you ask yourself, how can I afford it? How can I create during this time? Wow, you can do a lot. You can change your life. You can change the world. And this pandemic can end up being a blessing in disguise for you. It doesn't have to let you be broke and poor and struggling. So I just really want to encourage you guys because, I just love the Philippines. I love the Filipinos, and my passion is to teach entrepreneurship over there. So, Bubba, yeah,
And also, let me
yeah,
also tell
please.
you that we also have a Tagbilaran City College here. It's a new college run by the city. And we offer one of the courses that we offer is BS in entrepreneurship. So that is how I believe that it is really important also. And that is also a proof that I believe that is the way to go in the near future.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I'm interested. So in the college, so is this how is that? It's a city college or?
It is a Tagbilaran City College. It is a college run by the local government unit of Tagbilaran City. So it is not only Tagbilaranos that are currently enrolled in this institution. It is a new one. We started last year, and now we are offering the second year course. One of them is Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. We have other courses also like the BS Office Administration. We have the Tourism Management. So those are the three courses that are being offered at the City College right now.
Incredible, incredible. So this is a city college now. Is this something where somebody can apply for scholarships or they need to pay tuition or how is it?
Yeah, if you are a Tagbilaranon, you can apply for the Tagbilaran City Scholarship Program. What we are doing now is apply for the Unifast. So maybe next year we will be able to have the free tuition to all the students of
Wow.
Tagbilaran City College. So
Oh, incredible.
again, I would like to repeat myself that one of the courses that we are offering is BS Entrepreneurship.
Wow, that's incredible, guys. So look into that. I mean, if you're in Tagbilaran and you're watching this, definitely look into that because that can help you and provide for you, education and collaboration because other people that go to learn entrepreneurship, they may want to do like a JV partnership with you. You can meet people that may want to partner in business with you in that environment. So that's incredible. So we're coming up on 30 minutes. We usually do about 30 minutes. So I appreciate you guys being on here. We'll go into final thoughts. What would you like to say to the audience as we wrap up here, Bubby Yap?
First, I would like to thank you once again, Jeff, for bringing good news to the people, especially giving them a free tuition for your show. It is really a big help for all the upcoming entrepreneurs. So I just like to encourage people that being an entrepreneur is really the way to go. Being online, offline businesses, any business that you can get your hands into is really good nowadays. So I really hope that we will be able to overcome this pandemic that we are facing. I really hope that this show that you're doing will be more successful, Jess, especially that I know with your capabilities. And I hope that I will be able to see you once again here in the Philippines as soon as the travel restrictions will be lifted. I really hope that the province of Bohol will come back to its original state where the tourists are coming here, the influx of tourists. So I really hope that everything will be okay. But we have this new normal now, and I believe that us Bolanos and Tagbilaranos are resilient. We will be able to adapt to the new normal. So once again, thank you so much, Jess, and I hope to see you once again.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on. It's really an honor. And I know my wife was excited. She was born in Tagbilaran, so that's her place. And just thank you for coming on, sir. Thank you. And you guys, my final thoughts are just, this is the Tuition Free School of Entrepreneurship show. As I've stated, share this, follow the page. You can follow the page. You can join the Facebook group. You can collaborate with people in the group. There may be people that want to form partnerships in there. Just, focus on that if you want to, because I think it's a great way to go is entrepreneurship. So God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. Keep praying, keep the faith, and stay positive. If you've got friends, call them on the phone. If you've got people that you're not seeing, call them on the phone. If you've got an elderly, make sure you're talking to them because, hey guys, the social distancing can be tough, but it doesn't have to be. If you get online, you're doing the video calls, you're doing calls, stay connected, right? So we love you guys. Thank you for watching. And we're going to go ahead and cut the live. Thank you again. All right.